Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement.
Richard Southern joins us once again this hour. And Richard, that familiar theme song is one we won't be hearing for much longer.
I mean, most iconic theme songs in television, you have to agree, right, Janella?
Yeah, as soon as you hear it, you know.
You know, it's Cops coming on. But Janella, after 33 seasons on the air, Cops has been canceled in the wake of the death of George Floyd. The show premiered on Fox back in 1989. It aired over 1,100 episodes of police officers chasing after and, arresting these alleged criminals, chasing them down in cars. It may have been one of the first reality shows on TV, but it's come under fire in recent years. There was a big podcast that detailed instances where people were coerced into signing waivers. As well, it was alleged that the production allowed police to edit the show to paint them in a better light. So, it was one of those, I used to watch this every Saturday night, and I guess in some ways it was good TV, but now you realize maybe it wasn't true TV, and maybe Janella kind of reinforced some negative stereotypes too, don't you think?
Yeah, that it was kind of glorifying this image of, cops catching bad guys. But as you said, it was edited in their favor and wasn't really a true reflection of what's going on as we understand based on what we hear from people's experiences with police.
Yeah, because it shouldn't be about chasing them down and slapping handcuffs on them after all, right? So maybe not such a bad thing that Cops is going away, Janelle.
I tell you, I won't miss it. The last time I watched Cops, I must have been, under 13, I think, at my cousin's house. Okay, another show in the headlines. A Fox News anchor is lashing out at an unusual target. A puppet.
A Muppet. Elmo. Little Elmo.
Is Elmo
what did
considered
Elmo
a
do to
Muppet?
anyone, Janella? This is Fox News' Tucker Carlson last night turned his attention to Elmo and Sesame Street. You see, Sesame Street, they hosted this town hall with CNN to help explain racism to children. Tucker didn't like it. Take a look.
Across the country, people of color, especially in the black community, are being treated unfairly because of how they look.
It's a children's show. Got that, Bobby? America is a very bad place, and it's your fault. So no matter what happens, no matter what they do to you when you grow up, you have no right to complain. That's the message, and it starts very young.
They want to make others.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I don't think the Muppets said anything controversial there, quite frankly.
Yeah.
They were just stating a fact, right, Janella?
I mean, Tucker Carlson is pretty much upset if you mention the word race or racism in any context. So
he once described white supremacy in America as a quote-unquote hoax. So I guess that's where Tucker's coming from. But Sesame Street, Janella, they have this great history of explaining tough issues to kids. They explain the HIV scenario. They even had an HIV-positive Muppet. 9/11 happened. They explained that to kids in a very delicate way. So I think they have a great way of doing that on Sesame Street.
Yeah, and I mean, we talk about racism being learned. So, behaviors and attitudes are learned from parents and also seen and copied. So it's not such a bad thing to start that conversation when they're young.
I'm going to side with Elmo on this one, I think, Janelle.
All right. Thanks so much, Richard. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.